Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is John, backwoods off-road and overlanding. So we gotta get some more channel growth, guys. Man, we're not hitting them sub numbers, man. We're averaging about 4 a day. Man, we gotta pump them numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. So I got monetized here a few months ago and I backed off on videos. Man, we were slinging it a video a day, and guys, man, it gets tough. So we got to hustle some more. I'm going to try and get about 5 vids out here a week. And man, I keep wanting to look at myself and not the actual camera here, but whatever. What I got for you guys today, man, come on. Help a brother out. You know you like my shit. Hit that sub button, man. It's not that hard. Just hit the sub. You're already watching the video, so just hit it, guys. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about jump starters and why you need one. So rolling. Okay, guys, here we go. I doubt I'm in frame. I did move around a little bit, get you guys some little better lighting in the last videos. I need some more funds. Like I said, I need some more subscribers. I've got to get these crappy fluorescent lights swapped out for LED. I mean, they're just horrible. When it rains and there's moisture, they don't want to work, and they just... Fluorescent lighting it's outdated, guys. It's prehistoric. But anyways, man, here's our jump starter. Can you guys see this? Yeah. All right, so what we've got here, we've got the EverStart Max jump starter plus power pack. Works with 6-cylinder cars. Ideal for power sports and motorcycles, guys. So we've got 26.6 watt hours, 600 peak amps, 1-year warranty. Let's see here, up to 15 times jump starts. We got 2.4 amp USB port for charging devices. And they got a little picture here of a tablet and an iPhone. Battery clamps with safe smart cable, built-in LED light. Okay, 75% extra charge on your tablets, 300% extra charge on your iPhones or your phones. I haven't charged any phones with this yet, but the main thing here is, you know, okay, let's answer our first question. Why? Man, why the hell do I need this? Well, guys, man, this isn't old school carburetor days. Carburetors have basically become a thing of the past. I mean, on your low-end bikes now, you're getting a carburetor. I believe the Honda Navi still has a carburetor on it, guys. And fuel these days is just so crappy. There's so much fuel and trash in it. Man, it just destroys carburetors. Ethanol, man, ethanol sits in a carburetor and it just turns into corn syrup. So everything that's fuel injected now, guys, it's built and designed to run on this crappy flipping fuel we've got these days. Fuel ain't nothing like it was, you know. I'm not even 40 yet, and I still remember back when fuel was good fuel. But nowadays, dude, it sucks. If you want a good example, go put some in a jar and let it sit on the shelf and see how much water nestles at the bottom. You'll be freaking shocked, guys, how crappy our fuel is. But I digress. Why we need one, and what the hell am I talking about fuel-injected carburetor? Why does that matter? Okay, guys. So these newer bikes, I mean, even like my WR 250R over there, man, that's a 2012 model. Man, that bike's nearly 10 years old. So we don't have a carburetor. We don't have a kickstart. We've got an ECU, ECM, whatever you want to call it, computer. We've got relays. We've got a fuse box. We've got fuel injection and fancy, what do you want to call it? Ignition. Man, that was such a hard term for me to find. Keep in mind, guys, all my shit's unscripted, so this all comes out my noggin as we're talking about it. So the thing with the computers and all that good stuff we just talked about, if you don't get enough amp wattage to the computer to shoot the voltage out to your ignition, out to your injector, it's not going to crank. Man, I've been there. I've done that. I've tried it. I've learned it. It's just not going to do it. So the odds of you push starting one of these bikes is freaking slim to none. And I'm getting older now, and I don't even have the flipping energy to try. If you've successfully push started one of these CRF300Ls, man, let us know down below. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it, guys. I don't think you can do it. But if you have, let me know. And let me know how long the slope was that you went down and how long it took it to fire off. I mean, if you get a long enough slope, you probably could, because you're turning the motor over, which is in turn turning your flywheel, which is in turn charging your battery. So if you had a long enough slope, you know, you could probably get enough voltage into your battery, into your ECU, and to crank it. But man, for us that are 40, 50, 60, man, pushing, starting a bike, man, it's just out of the freaking question, guys. So that's why we need one of these bad boys right here. And my last video, if you just saw it, comes with this nice charging cable here. Man, this thing actually, I've unplugged it. Man, this thing weighs just a little bit over a pound. Comes charged up here. I actually used it several times. So we've got the charger itself. That is, man, look at the palm of my hand there. Let me see if I got something to compare it to. Here's my DNA air filter, which I haven't swapped out yet because we're still going to do some more testing on our temps, guys. So here's my DNA filter, 300L filter, and here's this box, guys. I mean, it is dang near compact. I mean, very, very, very compact. It comes with a nice little satchel to put it in. You keep your cable, and this is kind of bulky, but it's safety stuff. So we get her opened up here, and I'm gonna go out there and we're gonna test it. I'm gonna show you how this thing works. Let's see how many. I don't have no freaking fingernails. God bless America. I chew my fingernails, guys. I've got anxiety and stress. Who doesn't, man? Yes, you plug this bad girl in here, and then that's a safety feature. You know, back feed and all that good stuff, and converts and blah blah blah. So we're gonna take this out. These clamps are a little bulky. You know, it would be kind of nice. You know, we've got that, what you call it, the quick connect for the tender. Man, it'd be pretty cool if I can find one that we could just like plug into that little connector. Then you can do away with these. I wonder if that's possible. I'm gonna do some research on that. But I picked this one up here locally. It's about 60 bucks. Let's see, I charged it yesterday. So this thing's got a full charge on it. Oh, and before we go out, one thing that is really cool, like I said, power pack. Let's see if I missed any other specs here. Lithium ion, 4 LED lights. Yeah, so the LED lights let you know how much charge you got. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you know, 100%, 75%, 50%, 25%, and then you're done. It's a battery bank. So you can use the cable or your own cable to your devices, and you can charge your devices, which is awesome. So with that being said, I'm starting to ramble. My youngin' little 21 Razor 170 out here is dead as a doornail. Let's go see how well it works. All right, guys, man, I have no idea if I'm in frame here. Probably not, but anyways, man, I know it doesn't look like I'm in a Razor 170, but man, I'm a little beady guy, 5'9", guys. Actually, man, I'm dropping down. I'm about 192 now. I've actually lost a few pounds. All right, so we're gonna get this old girl. Let's see how many times we can pop this off. Gotta hold the brake. Man, she's dead as a doornail. I don't even have any lights coming on. Let's plug this up. Turn her on. All right, we are connected. We've got power. Man, that's one jump. All right, guys, it's 9. Let's go for 10. All right, guys, that was 10. Box is not warm at all. It's going to be very similar to jumping off of our 300. And man, we just jump started this 170 10 flipping times. And I'm telling you guys, look here. Guys, it's dead as a doornail. Just to show you, I'm not bullshitting here. All right, so we just plugged her up, dead as a doornail. That makes number 11. All right, I'm gonna unplug this. Look, man, she is dead as a doornail, right? All right, so that was what, 11? Let's plug her back up. Man, look at that juice. That's 12 flipping jumps, guys. 12. 13. 14. Woo. 15. 16. 17. 18. Wow. I'm so impressed. 19. 20. Wow. And show you again, she still did the door now. 20. Watch, well, you can see when you can hear it clicking. Hear it clicking? All right, I'm gonna disconnect. Did as a doornail, guys. Man, we jumped this thing 20 flipping times with this jump starter. She's still cold. Doesn't even feel remotely warm. And we still only lost 1 dot. So guys, man, so far, like I've been using this before, this is a pretty dang good test. So I just jump started this Razor 170 20 times, and we've only lost 25% of the jumping capability of this jump starter. So guys, check it out. I'm gonna see if I can get some good deals on these. And man, this is gonna be a must-have, man, guys. When you're out riding, it's gonna fit anywhere, in any bag. It's tidy, it's compact, it's light, it's 1 pound, guys. And I'm gonna do some more researching here. Man, you guys been watching my videos. I've been big on toolkits. I'm gonna try and reach out to some companies, see if I can't get the hookup on some of these, get you guys some good deals. And I'd love to get these and some of these toolkits over at journeytobaja.com. So thanks for watching, guys. And man, you need a jump starter. So keep on riding. See you guys.